welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a long time since I've spoken to you guys directly on my YouTube, but I just wanted to film a quick life update video and give you guys some updates on what's been going on and what you can expect to see on the channel from now on. I feel like I took like a 6-month break from YouTube. I used to do a lot of weekly vlogs and travel vlogs and things like that, but I would say maybe the past 3 months my life changed quite a lot and I lost the passion for YouTube. But I realized I want to get back into it because I really do like sharing more with you guys in like a long form style, and also I actually do enjoy editing. So I'm back on YouTube. I'm back and I'm better. And yeah, okay, so the first thing I think we should address is the elephant in the room, and it literally is the room because I have moved house. I have been wanting to move for maybe a year now. I love my mum so much. We're really close. I love my brother. Obviously I grew up in my family home, and then I temporarily moved and lived with my grandma just so I had more space, and then from there I now was saving to get my own place, and I'm really proud of myself. Me and Madison live together, if you weren't aware. I'm sure if you follow either of us on TikTok you probably know that we moved in together. We found a really nice place. It's 3 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms. We turned the 3rd bedroom into a dressing room, as you can see, so that we can film our content and just have like a girly space. And I'm really happy. I feel like trying to find the place was quite stressful. If you're familiar with living in London, you know that the housing market is really bad. It's really hard for young people to get on the property ladder, and the prices are just extortionate for no good reason. But if you are a little bit further out from Central, the prices are going to decrease and you're going to get more for your money. Obviously I'm not going to share the area that I live in. I live in London, but for safety reasons obviously I'm not going to say like what area. But we're only 30 minutes drive from Central, probably 40 if there's traffic, and I really like it. I grew up in South London, so like where I'm living now is quite different, but it's by the water, it's got very quiet, and there's a lot of local shops and things like that, so I like it a lot. I think a lot of people like warned me, like, well, not even warned me, but like people just said obviously living with your friend can be difficult and you can end up falling out, but me and Madison have had no issues so far, and we've been here for 3 months. August, September, October, November. Yeah, we've been here for 3 months. I think as long as you respect each other's space, you pick up after yourself, and you're just like on the same wavelength, there can't really be any real issues. And I like that. We're not like fully decorated yet. We still need to get some art for the walls downstairs. We need to get like, what's it called, like not chandeliers but like light fixtures for some of the rooms. But it is really nice. Mars is with us too, who's Madison's dog. And yeah, this feels like a really big stepping stone for me because I was quite unhappy before I moved into this place for multiple different reasons, like whether that be in family or relationships and things like that. And I also had set a goal for myself that I wanted to move out before 2026. So the fact that I was able to achieve that really did make me happy, and it also taught me a lot of responsibility because obviously now I'm responsible for the bills, the gas, electric, all these things obviously are not going to pay themselves. And yeah, I think it's really good. We have this place for a year, so you guys will be along with me to see how this next year is going to go. Second update is that I've stopped wearing wigs sometimes. You guys know me, like I was a wig girly through and through. I love my frontals because I was always quite insecure about my forehead, but maybe 2 months ago I decided that I wanted to start doing sew-ins and half wigs more frequently, especially because Shu, you know Shu, she had really nice, her hair's always really nice, but she didn't wear wigs for like a year, and I just realized like the more I cover my forehead, the more I'm gonna feel insecure about it, so I might as well just get with the program. I'm Ethiopian, my forehead was always going to be big, so I just have to get with it. If you like me with a big forehead, I know you guys are real ones. But I have on a half wig right now from Touch by Tana, installed by the Lace Bandit, and I actually just love the natural look. I love how natural it looks, and the way that I can just take this off when I go to sleep, because obviously only the perimeter of my hair is out. I think it's the next big thing. I mean, I feel like the girlies have been doing this for a while. It's probably just me that's catching on quite late, but I also feel like it reduces damage as well, especially from constantly sticking wigs on. It can be really bad for your edges when you get older. So that's that. So we've covered housing, we've covered my hair. I think the third biggest thing, and something that I get asked about constantly on my live, and obviously I should update you here because it was a really big part of my life, is that I'm now single. You guys that obviously follow me on my YouTube, I have so many vlogs with my ex. We were together for some years, and I will say like he was definitely the love of my life, or my first like proper love. But I also think that people come into your life and their experiences, and you can't own them and possess them. So as hard as it is when you guys separate, go your separate ways and break up, if something was meant for you, it would be there for you. It's that simple. Like, the universe doesn't give you or take away anything that you can't handle, in my opinion, whether that be the creator, because I do believe in a higher power, but you guys know I'm not religious. So yeah, we're not together. I've been single since July, so that's August, September, October, November. 4 months I've been single, and that has been a very big change for me. Like I said, I have loads of travel vlogs with him on here, so I'm sure you guys are familiar, and people did know that we were in a relationship because we used to post together and things like that. Not too much, but just here and there. But yeah, I'm not obviously going to go into reasons why we split up, just for his privacy as well, and also for mine. But he was not a bad partner to me at all. He didn't treat me badly. I actually don't even have anything bad to say about him, and that's from the bottom of my heart. But it just wasn't the right time for us, and that's also okay. I would say for a lot of girls watching me on my channel, I would say to not idolize being in a relationship so young, because as much as we all want love, it's also, it shouldn't be the pinnacle or the center of who you are. And one thing I really did like about me and my ex's relationship is that as much as we were together and he was a big part of my life, he didn't define my life, and I still had my own identity apart from being somebody's girlfriend, and he had his own identity as well. And I think that's why we worked well together, and I would look for that in any future relationship too, because obviously, I don't know if you guys are, when you're going to be seeing this, but an article came out the other day by Shantae Joseph on Vogue talking about, is having a boyfriend embarrassing? And I really liked the article because it brought up something that me and my friends talk about a lot, about how having a boyfriend nowadays can be embarrassing. You can be shamed and embarrassed. I felt it. Like I've been embarrassed by a man before, and I'm sure we all have. But I think the article was actually harken into something deeper, that in today's day and age and society, being a wife or being a girlfriend isn't the same badge of honor or signaling of your womanhood as it was before. I think growing up in the early 2000s and the 2010s, movies, media, social media, everything was around couples content and are you a wife, are you wifey material, which completely centered men in our identity as women, because having a man was like a badge of honor. And I like the article because it talks about how in 2025 that's kind of been flipped on its head, and how a woman is dating is not the most interesting thing about her. And I've always agreed with that. That's something that my mum instilled in me really young. So seeing so many people resonate with that now, and me and my friends talking about it, it's really nice time to be living in, where like let's learn about you. It's not everyday man, it's not everyday this, it's not that. It's like, let's actually find out who you are. So yeah, actually I'm a lover girl at heart. I've never really had a period of time when I've like dated multiple guys, or like I can't even speak to multiple people at once. And I think that's my problem, because my friends say I tend to put all my eggs in one basket, but I just can't help it. Like when I like somebody, I naturally just end up putting all my energy into them. But I do think sometimes that can be a problem when you haven't defined boundaries, because then that same feeling won't be reciprocated. And I think men as well have never been somebody to put all their eggs in your basket. So maybe I'll learn that with age, but who knows. I also am turning 25 in 2 months. It's November now and my birthday's in January, and I'm actually excited. Like when I was younger, I kind of always knew like I was like in a hurry to grow up. Like my mum always said that to me, like, you're like a little woman, like you're so mature, and like just the way I spoke and I thought about things, like I couldn't wait to be the age I am now. And now entering into my 25th year, they're probably gonna say, I mean, they say that your frontal lobe develops at 25. I do think my frontal lobe is quite developed already, but I'm excited to see what else is gonna happen. But it's my quarter life, right? 25 years. Obviously it's not old or anything like that, but it is a long time, and it is me entering my mid-20s. And I always saw myself in terms of my life from 25 maybe to like 35, obviously living alone, having a long-term partner, having children, but aside from that also achieving my personal goals, which is getting my master's in history. I'm already a historian. I have my bachelor's. Obviously you need to work your way up the ranks, and I've always wanted to go back to get my master's and eventually my PhD, and that is something that I'm going to be doing next year. I also think that when I'm 25 I'm going to be dating with even more intention. I'm not in a hurry to find a husband or anything like that, but I also don't want to waste my time, and if I do want to have children in my late 20s / early 30s, I kind of need to have met him yesterday. Like, I need to know the person I'm going to be spending the rest of my life with, so I would be looking to meet that person 25, 26, 27. But even if that doesn't work out, it's fine. It's just something to keep like in the back of my mind. But I think dating in London is really played out anyway. I don't think the person I'm looking for is here. And I think people always assume that I would like date a certain kind of man who like has a certain kind of job. But if you really know me, you would know that that is the furthest from the truth. Like, in terms of dating and like men, I really value intelligence and honesty, and I really want a partnership. I want me and my partner to be on level playing fields. I want us to be equally yoked intellectually, and I want him to want like a family unit. I don't want to be with somebody that wants to have a separate life, like doesn't want to include me. I want to be a unit, and I'm gonna be single until I find that. And like I said, I think if you set your standards high, then you avoid low effort experiences. So that's what I'm going to continue to do. And people do say that my program is quite strict, but I don't think it's strict. I just think I don't want to deal with things that I just don't need to be dealing with. Obviously I'm not immune from being like disrespected or being treated badly by a man, because we all get tricked, we all get lied to, but I try to do as much as I can to avoid situations like that. But I'm just a girl at the end of the day, so who knows what's gonna happen next. I will eventually be giving you guys a house tour as well, but like I said, I want to wait until the place is fully decorated so I can show you guys. Me and Madison can do a joint one on here. But I would say what to expect from content coming forward would be a lot of vlogs, a lot of educational content, history videos, baddies with a brain, but more long form, girlverse content, and just like my day-to-day life. I might even go back to doing my weekly vlogs because I know you guys used to enjoy those. But yeah, I'm really excited to enter this new period of my life. It is literally a month until we enter the new year, and like I said, the new year signals a bad bitch's birthday. So what are we gonna do? I don't even know what I want to do for my 25th. It's so crazy as well because obviously because I was with somebody for so long, I expected to like be with him when I turned 25 as well. Obviously we're not together, but I haven't been single on my birthday for a long time, so it's gonna be interesting to see, unless I find a man in a month, which I don't think I'm gonna do. Well, like obviously I'm dating someone, but we don't know like what that's gonna be at all. But I just wanna to do this life update because like I said, I love you guys. You guys that have been subscribed to me have been subscribed for years, and I just want to put a lot more effort into my YouTube, hopefully reach 10,000 subscribers on here and just be consistent. So I hope you enjoyed this life update video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.